Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading for the week ahead. This is just aimed to give you some insight, guidance and clarity into what may come up and how to navigate it. There are 3 piles to choose from, 1, 2 and 3. Timestamps are in the description box below, so pause the video, take a moment, tune into your heart space, see where you are the most drawn, and then you can skip ahead if you would like. Please remember these are collective readings, so they may not completely resonate with you, your life story, or anything like that. If you want something that is completely aimed personal to you and your reality, then please reach out for a one-to-one reading. We go way more in depth. Details are in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the Light Seers Tarot, this is your week ahead forecast. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you. Page of Swords, 9 of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So solar plexus coming through straight away just with the colorings of these cards. And your solar plexus is that point within your body that is all about the I, as in like that I can, I will, I want to achieve. It's all about the you aspect of things, singular focus, your internal sunshine, what lights you up, how you move in the world. And we're starting here with the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is all about this curiosity in regards to learning, wisdom, knowledge, communication. So it's got this like real, like it's mind space, mental energy. And it's followed with that 9 of Cups in the reverse, which is not its power stance, I would definitely have to say. And it's this like not being satisfied feeling, like not being completely happy, just things not jumping for joy, as the card in the upright is a card about jumping for joy. And it feels as if there's this rethinking here, rethinking about what truly makes you happy at your heart space, because the cups are the heart space. And then this is bringing in this wisdom and knowledge. So with that, with either new wisdom and knowledge or stuff that you will learn this week that gives these like light bulb moments, it's bringing in this knowledge that's helping her cross from one side to the other. Part of this will be an evaluation of what actually makes you happy. What wishes do you want fulfilled? What's going to bring you satisfaction? What's going to bring you this heart-based comfort? And like realigning yourself to start a new beginning here, because an ace is a new start. This is very much within this Earth Pentacles, so it's that human reality. And this is saying that like you have this new opportunity for prosperity, for like financial abundance to manifest, for new physical well-being, like whatever it may be, or any or all of the above. That's there for you, but there's a reevaluation that's coming through this week. And it's linked to what truly makes you happy at your heart. Have you been pushing forwards with something that is not really making you happy at your heart, and you have to reevaluate that? Or something that lands this week that makes you realize that like maybe you finally reached a goalpost and it's not giving you the satisfaction that you thought it would. So there's that like reevaluating energy that's like needing to come through for you. Let's get some more cards for you. Pile 1. Okay, so I usually leave cards on the floor, but hey puppy, apologies, the puppy has helped itself to one of your cards. Here, leave. Thank you. Okay, so we also have this one. This is the one that's been chewed by the puppy. So we have breath, we have that solar plexus for transformation, and then we have release. So these two are your throat chakra, and that then links to the swords, because the swords energy is that throat chakra is communication based. So we've got this breathe, and it feels like this is this movement for you. Breathe into the space this week, like breathe in, tune into yourself. Perhaps some breath work would be a really great idea. And like really tune into yourself, into this reevaluation space, into this communication, into this thinking. because this is about this transformation, that something needs to shift. And even that, these fingers pointing up there to that 9 of Cups, we need to transform something in regards to what actually makes you, like, what brings you that happiness and satisfaction. And then here we've got release off what does not look like, what doesn't serve you, so that you can start this new beginning. So throat chakra and solar plexus, definitely points of focus for you this week, pile 1. Let's keep going. What else wants to come forwards for you? So we have Aries and house 2. Aries, it's got, like, Aries is the start of the zodiac, so it's bringing in that new start energy, and we have this independence, bravery and passion. There's this pushing forwards in fire energy, but there's also this movement, this shift. So this could be moving away from something because this independence element coming through, or it's just this push forwards on a new venture, new beginning, something that is a big shift. So there is a big change coming in this week, this transformation. Something is shifting because something's not aligning, something is not making you completely happy, and this movement is coming in this week to push you towards a journey, a path that is going to make you happy. So that's obviously a wonderful thing to know. We've got house 2 here: physical security, possessions, material values and self-worth. So that movement, and even that, this movement from house 1 to house 2 kind of energy. So there's this like movement coming in, being shown in the cards, but this is also that element with that house 2 of it linking into this greater like value for you, this greater worth, this greater security in the world, especially with this new beginning. Now we've got the puppy with the squeaky toy. Sorry, apologies. I will try and mute out any sounds that I can. The learning may be here. Don't have puppy whilst you're recording. But maybe some puppy energy is exactly what you need, part 1. We have ancestral messages, connection, belonging, and ask for help. There's this through line here, this path from this elder to this person here. And obviously this seems like it's in spirit, and this seems like it is, like, you know, could be you, is this figure in the real world, this connection and this belonging. So it could be that this wisdom is coming through from ancestors, or definitely ask your ancestors for assistance, ask your ancestors for help. Right, we're going to pause the video for a second because he's got into a toy. Here we go. Apologies for all the background noise, pile 1. There's obviously something in like taking a moment out of the noise, the crazy, all of these things that are distracting, and really focusing in on self, really bringing it back, especially with that Page of Swords, because it's that curiosity and it's in regards to this mind space, but you want this clarity with swords. So definitely bring in that like clear space, clarity, go like quiet coming in, or like being able to find that peace, that clarity, whilst the crazy is going on around you. So whilst there's all this external noise and pressure and just life things happening that you can't potentially avoid and just, you know, go off up a mountain and be in like stillness and quiet, that you have to learn to find this place of quiet within to be able to move forward. So definitely some breath work or something this week. And then this, with this ancestral messages, definitely lean on and ask for guidance from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, from your team, from God, from spirit, and ask for that to assist you and bring through this clarity, this through line, like the giving through this white light. And this is the kind of white light I bring through when I do energy work through someone's crown, and that's landing on that person's crown. So ask for this clearing, clarity, guidance, love, light, all of this stuff to like come down through your crown chakra and like down through your body, through your throat and all the way down. And you want this to like ignite your inner sun, your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is between your heart space and your belly button, if you don't know where it is already. Let's get some final cards for you this week, pile 1. Okay, so we have star elders, so that like ancestry type of energy coming through with elders, definitely leaning on elders. Crona energy could just be anybody that holds a lot of wisdom for you. Okay, puppy's barking. Signs, symbols, divine blueprints. So really lean into synchronicity, the signs, symbols, anything that comes through this week. They will help get you through a gateway, help spark you up, light you up, but definitely ancestors, elders, bringing in wisdom. And that can also just be through education, learning, knowledge, reading, podcasts. Obviously, make sure these are good sources. Diamond, Heartseed, Crystal, Golden Age, Wisdom, DNA Activation, Mirror, and Priestess Awakening. So there is this Priestess Awakening, these yellow dolphins, this spark up of you that I can, I will, I'm going to achieve, I want this doorway opening for you, this activation, so you can start to move forwards in a whole new way, this really like activated, lit up. So you've got a lot of beautiful, beautiful energy this week, but there will be like a clearing, a cleansing, a refocusing, an adjustment to come through. So get your guidance with it, but really, really trust that this is setting you up for a great, adventurous, beautiful new pathway forwards. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile one. Apologies for all the puppy noise in the background. Like I said, potentially there is some medicine there for you. And if you liked it, like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. If you want a one-to-one reading where I promise puppy will not be anywhere near, please reach out. My details are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile two. If you picked this tarot deck, this is your reading for the week ahead. I think this is the Tower of the Divine. It will be listed in the description box though, as well as all my details if you would like to reach out for a one-to-one reading, because remember, this is a collective reading. Okay. So we have two fours in the reverse, and they're like bracketing this King of Coins in the reverse. So lots of block energy coming through this week with that, with all of these reversals. And fours are cards about stability and order and foundations. So with them being in the reverse, there's like an instability, like not solid foundations, like things not really being in order, sort of energy coming through. And you have both of the masculine energies here. You have the wands and the swords. So that is the fire and the air. And with these two with that masculine energy in the reverse, it could be very like within your, it's not in your internal world, it's in your outward world where things feel very shaky and unstable. The Four of Wands is a card that talks about this like breakdown in harmony, a breakdown in this, because it's an opening, it's a doorway. So this doorway is blocked, and whether it's blocked because, so I'm seeing like rubble coming through, so like a doorway being blocked as if like something's just, I don't know, exploded and the rubble's come down, so you can't enter that doorway anymore. And for some of you, it may mean that there's a complete and utter, you know, having to retrack yourself and find another doorway, because that doorway is no longer going to be passable. And for others, it will be within that, like, you know, having to shift the rubble to be able to get through that doorway. So there's the two different scenarios that are coming through for different people there. But this week, that doorway is blocked, and the doorway is that is to take you through is towards harmony and home and community and celebration. So there's a block in this. And then we have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is a card about lack of progress and restlessness and burnout. So it feels like this is kind of what it gets you tangled up in knots because this one coming first, because of this block. It's then getting you like all of this restless energy where you just feel completely and utterly like choked up and like tied up and just unsure what to do with yourself. And then we've got the middle aspect here of this King of Coins in the reverse, which is a really unstable energy, because that King of Coins is Earth, not in his power stance on his throne. So the security comes when he's on his throne and in his power. So there's an insecurity here that's coming through. So unstable, insecure, like really, really shaky, weak sort of energies coming through that we really want to obviously work through for you. So I'm just going to pull some more tarot, because which I haven't done for the first part because I just want a bit more insight for you, because obviously this is like, it feels like a very, very uncomfortable week, like whatever this doorway is that has that rubble kind of coming down in front of it, because it's a doorway through to like celebration and community and home and all of these yummy feelings. The fact that there is that, like, it's obviously going to be very disjointing, jarring. I feel like with this pile already, I'm saying loads of words that aren't words, or like they're not making proper sense in the sentences. Like, I'm sure you can gather what I mean, but it's not like the correct English. So that's coming through as well, that like, there's this, it's because of whatever this instability is that is rocking your foundations, it's troubling your mind, and therefore this source is also how you communicate. So how you're managing to get your words out your mouth, and how you're managing to just understand what's happening in your own like mind space, and all of these things feel like a part of this. It feels like I've got really sicky feeling in my like solar plexus area. So there's just lots of intensity and ughness that we just kind of want to shake off here. So the bit more insight, we have the Three of Coins here, and the Three of Coins is a card about coming together and collaborating and teamwork, and it's with this Four of Wands, and this is that gateway through to celebration. So this could involve, whatever this is, involve teams, people you collaborate with, people you learn from, just like a group of friends, something like that, like 3 people especially coming through, because there's this like, this person almost seems blissfully unaware of these 2 figures in the background that have a like, they have these angry faces, and there's this element here of something coming in that you haven't quite seen, so something that's a shock, and that's part of this rubble aspect, almost like these 2 figures, like, I don't know, like broke the wall down, and that's why the rubble came down. Knight of Cups, so another court card, not in its power stance, in the reverse on top of that King of Coins. And the Knight of Cups is that he's the hopeless romantic of the deck. So this could be, and especially this is a card that can sometimes talk about marriage and celebration in that respect, the Four of Wands. So this could involve partners, relationships, even marriage for some of you, in regards to what doesn't feel stable anymore. Or coming, like, that may not have been stable for a while, is coming in this week. Like I said, please remember that rubble that I saw, there's some pathways where that doorway is no longer viable, and there's some that are. And that will just be different for all of you. And that doesn't mean to say, if that doorway is not viable, if this is a relationship thing, that relationship is in breakup. It just means that a different path needs to be formed. So there's so many different scenarios here that are coming through. There's obviously multiple people of you watching, so it makes it a bit more complicated. Knight of Cups in the reverse, there's a moodiness that comes through with him, and jealousy can come in. So this could be part of it. Whatever this block that is coming in may cause you, it's either coming, like someone else's moodiness and jealousy may be part of this, or it could increase those sorts of energies within you, especially with this like restlessness of that Four of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Nine of Wands on top of that, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse is a card that is about being defensive and hesitant, on edge, paranoid. So you've got this like lots of heavy mental energy, and then on top of this like paranoia coming through, this edginess coming through with this Nine of Wands. And then sorry, puppy is agreeing. The Nine of Wands is a card that is usually about like pushing in the upright, pushing forwards with courage and persistence and resilience. It's that like grit to move forwards. So it feels as if, like, because of this shake up, like any ability or desire to push forwards is kind of being stripped away. And so what I would really, really recommend is actually leaning more into the Four of Swords in the upright sort of energy, is that like getting that rest, going into relaxation, contemplation, recuperation, like taking that downtime to restore yourself, to rebalance yourself, to stabilize yourself, so that we can get this like King of Coins in the upright in a power stance that will really actually serve you. Let's get some more cards for you, pile 2. Please don't worry, this isn't like, although so far there is a level of discomfort in the week, that doesn't mean it will all be uncomfortable. There will still be moments of joy, I am sure. And please know that energies are changeable if we so choose. If we just go straight into the week with this, like, I'm just going to like relax and really look after myself sort of energy, then you might really help yourself with any instability that comes forward. We have sacral and solar plexus. So these are both lower, more worldly chakras, fluidity and commitment. So this element here of that, like leaning back into and going with the flow, you can use these mudras at these chakras to assist you. And your sacral chakra is all about one-to-one relationships as well. So there could be that element, like I said, of relationship coming in for some of you. For some, with that 3 could be multiple people. And then this commitment. So there is this element coming forward of like a needing to commit to a path forwards, but in doing, like, to do so, you need your grit, your determination, you need to rest to be able to reevaluate and get yourself like fluid and stable again, in balance, in flow. So this is that point of focus for you. Lean into that aspect to really help you this week. And sacral and solar plexus meditations. We have Venus, so that is the planet of love, and this is the one that came onto the floor. We have Scorpio. So normally I leave cards that go on the floor, but with the puppy running around, he likes to eat them. Scorpio and Venus. So Scorpio, we have just shifted out of Scorpio season, but Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury is in retrograde in Scorpio at the moment. So that energy is raised up in that way. Intensity, exposing, purging and renewing. Scorpio is that death and rebirth. So there's definitely this element of like with this, whatever is happening, like allowing whatever, when things shake up and things become unstable, like it does it for a reason. It's like that tower moment with that rubble. The tower crumbles to have this rubble on the floor, but it's to create a solid foundation. So with that Scorpio energy coming in, kind of let the tower hit, because it's going to shake everything up and show you what is not stable, show what doesn't serve you, show like what needs to go, so you can build a solid foundation, so you can get the stability back in order. So it's all purposeful and really serves you. So really allow it, even if it's uncomfortable. And then we have Venus energy, and this is what I would really like gift yourself this week. Rest, recuperation, this Venus loving energy. Ensure that you are giving it and receiving it to like in all ways. Like lean into that beauty, that like unconditional love, compassion, softness, and that will really serve you. Another card pile too. Was it the dog? The cave, retreat, time out, self-care, slow down. There we go. I love when the cards just repeat the things that I've been saying, so no more need to be said on that. Enter your cave, really allow it, and let the crazy happen around you. It's showing you what needs to be shown. If you're already within the crazy, this is what's going to assist you. The secret chamber, potency, deep connection and treasure. Look at this person. I don't know if it's how easy it is to see this. There's a figure and they have this torch, but they're going into the darkness. They're going into the secret chamber. They're going into the underworld, because within this, there's potency, deep connection and treasure. This has come on top of that Venus. Within the darkness, within the shadows, within the discomfort, you're going to find deeper connection. You're going to find the treasures. You're going to you will find that Four of Wands doorway, whether it's a clearing of the one that you wanted to go through originally or a whole new one, it will be found, but there is a walking through discomfort to do so. And then we have Jade and Pink Lotus. Sink into silence, reflection and tranquility. Okay, there we go. Don't know how much more clear the cards need to be. A week for you to sit back, relax, go into silence, go into meditation, reflect, allow whatever crazy has been occurring, to gain the wisdom from it, or any crazy that comes up. Any instability you're feeling is to make you more stable moving forwards. Trust in the process, trust in the crumbling. It is there to serve you. If you need any assistance with this, with either a more personalized reading or energy work or mentorship, please reach out. My details are in the description box below. And please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things. It really helps and I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this tarot deck, the Buffy deck, then hello. And this is your reading for the week ahead. see what the tarot has to say for you. Oh, that one will come out as well. Okay. So 6 of stakes, the 4 of scythes, and the magician in the reverse. So stakes is the wands, scythes is the swords, and so that is fire and air. The 6 of stakes, the 6 of wands, is a card in the reverse, is a card that is all about this like lack of confidence coming through. It's like it's either a fallout of being in the limelight, or like like it's a step away from victory. It's this lack of confidence that is really like wanting to come forward for you. And we've got it there with this like burnout card. That's what the 4 of scythes is in the reverse, is this burnout, but there's also a restlessness that comes to it. And I know that they can be like, it's like contradictory, but that like it feels as if there's well, this could be a life pattern as well for you, or just something that's coming in this week, that you have no energy to do anything. You're burnt out. You don't have this push, like, because this limelight aspect, when I'm saying that, it's like, it could be that you're in the public eye, but it's also just that like you just have no oomph, you have no push forwards. There's this inner retreat that's coming in, and there's this like the lack of confidence is definitely the bit I want to like put up here as like the main title type of thing, as the reason. And this restlessness and burnout aspect is that you have no energy, no desire, no push and forwards, but because you feel there's something you do want to be pushing forwards with, that's where the restlessness is coming in. But it's like there's things you want to do or things you want to achieve, but there's what you have to hit on this, like the confidence aspect, to be and to get some rest as well, to be able to progress forwards. And the reason that lack of confidence is really coming through is because then we have the magician, and this is major arcana for 1. But this is a card that is a card about untapped potentials, untapped talents. So in the upright, the magician would be a very confident. They are so resourceful, so powered, so inspired. They are the magician. They are magical, witch in action. And in the reverse, it's like your energies, your powers. Like if you are a witch, a working witch, like I would consider myself, you're just a medicine woman, then it's like just everything is depleted. You are depleted. So your magic feels like it's gone. And this is then impacting your confidence, because your power source in that regard is so dim and lacking, and the battery's low. So you're like, oh my God, I used to be able to make a sofa float. I don't know why that came into my head. And obviously we don't make sofas float, but I used to be able to make a sofa float, and now I can't. Therefore, I'm not magical. Therefore, I have no confidence. I don't know, weird example, but you get my drift. So this week for you is going to be leaning into this rest. I'm leaning into rest to restore yourself, because we need to start building this confidence back up. We need to get you rested enough for your powers, to whatever your powers may be. And maybe you are not a witch, a working witch, and your powers are just your powers are what make you, it's your power source. So it doesn't have to be that you are, like I said, a witch doing magical spells. If you are like, like Willow in Buffy, that it is just your ability to be able to communicate. Maybe that's a big part of your job, that you're a great negotiator, you're a salesperson, and because of this burnout, you have an inability to communicate well and do it with any, like, I don't know, salespeople are really like, they've got good energy, they convince you of something that you need to have in your life, and you just don't have that energy and that oomph and that jazz behind you, so you're not doing your job very well, and then that's obviously leading into that lack of confidence to be able to do your job well. So there we go. Let's pull some more cards for you. Pile 3, we have reverence. That's about going into that stillness, and then radiant light. Okay, so this is your crown chakra. So this is very much saying to you, you really need to have that stillness, that time out, that like create that clarity, and also create that connection to source again, create that connection to spirit, create that connection to your higher self, whatever it may be, whatever you believe in. But bring yourself into a place of rest, prayer, stillness, softness, and like bring that back in. This is what will actually help, like this radiant light. This is what will help light you up. This is your confidence. Your solar plexus is where your confidence lies, and we need that to light back up. We need, essentially, if you view your inner sunshine, your solar plexus, as it's like your light has dimmed, your sun is not shining, it's like there's an eclipse over it, and we need to restore that light. But you need to do it through softness, stillness, prayer, meditation, relaxation, whatever this looks like to you, this rest period, because we need to get you out of burnout. We need to get you out of that stuck place so that you can progress forwards, regain your magic, regain your radiant light. Let's get some more cards for you. We have the sun and we have trine. That sun bringing through that light again, the sun, that solar plexus, that inner world. We need it to glow, self-express and embody truth. We need to really connect in with ourself again. Connect into our truth, connect into the truth of, like I said, our higher selves, God, spirit, why we are here, our soul's purpose. Really, really get back into alignment with ourselves at a soul core level. When we've got this trine, beautiful energy coming through, because there is obviously a lot of discomfort here, but this is angelic support, harmony and perfect flow on top of this radiant light. So in doing so, things are for one, you are so supported, but things will be in harmony, things will flow, things will come back online. Your confidence will start coming back in, the power, the magic, all of it will start naturally realigning to you. So just really, really trust in this, just like getting it, the reverence space, that stillness, the leaning into rest, relaxation, contemplation, and connecting in with spirit and your guides. We have the volcano. Relationships express and don't stagnate. And this is really interesting because what I'm seeing the most is this triangle here. And the volcano is like that, the light, this radiant energy, this explosive fire coming forwards. So trust in the fact that part of this week and in part of this doing so is that when you reactivate, you're going to reactivate with a bang, with like you are going to be able to express yourself well. You're going to be like, the movement forwards is going to be very, very powerful, very impactful. You're really going to come back online in a massive way. This energy is going to ramp up, but you have to lean in. Like where I said that there was that confusion of like burn out but restlessness of needing to do things, wanting to do things, you have to stop with you actually have to allow the rest to assist with the burnout, to get things running again. And you're going to trust that your fires are going to come back online with fire. If there's any relationships involved in any of this, in any of the like downfall, then this is all part of this. It will work itself out with it. There's any stagnation will cease. You'll be able to move forward. You'll be able to make movement. So just trust in this, trust in yourself, but allow yourself the moment to actually stop and rest. Some final cards for you, pile 3. Aquamarine and white lily and green epidote. So aquamarine and white lily go with the flow. That flow coming through again, with the perfect flow here of the trine. Divine Mother Shakti, I can't say that word, so don't even try. This is the reverence, the Divine Mother. This is that softness. The Divine Mother is compassion, unconditional love, softness, tenderness. Imagine a mother holding and caring for her baby in her arms, and you have to lean into that energy. Let yourself be held, hold yourself, get into receptivity, flow state, working with your divine feminine, working with your inner waters. You could use aquamarine, go buy yourself some white lilies. White lilies are beautiful plants, so just have them around you and like really bring in their energy. And then we have green epidote and star jasmine. So green epidote, I do not recommend. It is a very powerful crystal, but it can like amplify, and it can amplify, like, so if you're feeling negativity, then it potentially increases. So it's a crystal to be careful with. But star jasmine you can definitely use, especially as we've got these 2 white flowers kind of coming through. So definitely this like cleansing, purifying sort of energy, restructure, identifying, reframing and enhancing. So this is part of it, and that's how you will find this in the reverence, you'll find this in the stillness, and that's this aspect. You need to like restructure. Oh, I said that, didn't even come out of my mouth. Restructure accordingly to bring your power back, to bring your confidence back, to re-identify, to reframe, to enhance. So whatever you've been going through or whatever occurs this week is there for a reframing, and it is to assist you. It's to bring you into greater light, to bring you into greater stardom, is the word that just came through as well. So for some of you, this really may be a public eye thing, but really, really just trust in the process. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile 3. If you want a way more in-depth reading that is actually personalised to you, please reach out. My details are in the description box below. If you really struggle with the burnout, restlessness aspect, please reach out for intuitive energy healing. We can do this online or in person if you're in Hampshire. I would love to work with you. I can really, really assist you in getting into this space if it's something that you struggle with, and we'll see what other messages come through for you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, to all those things. It really helps and I truly appreciate it. And I will see you in my next reading.